Hi, I'm Jenkins, and welcome to week 21 of Reflections. Now, it's been an action packed week, so let's get right into it here with some highlights. First off, I got myself an apartment here in Hawthorne, so I am going to be a permanent resident here for the next year at least, minimum. And I think I found a really nice spot. It is a small town, so the options were very limited. And in fact, I had to get on the waiting list for this one, and I think I lucked out. It's a pretty nice spot. Uh, I get my own parking spot off the street. I also get a fire pit area and a garden allotment. It's a small one, but I can actually like plant my own peppers now, so I'm pretty excited about that. Also, but the thing is, I will be in this hotel for the rest of the until halfway next week because I can't get the power on until Tuesday because of Memorial Day. So I'm gonna be moving all my stuff in there, and next week for this video, I will be in my new place. How exciting! Also, I wanted to say that I'm a week in of doing field work for my job, training up for it, and I gotta say I love it. I really like it, and for the first time in my life, I can honestly say I like what I do. I really do like it. And if someone asked me what I do for a living, I would be excited to tell them about it. And I'd have a bunch of projects to tell them about. And it would be fun for me to explain that. So I think that's a good sign. Also, I'm back in the trading game too. You're going to see shortly here from my spreadsheet that with my 5 minute minimum every day, I've really kind of just kind of gotten back into the swing of things, and I'm not just doing a couple charts here and there. I actually got myself in a trade this week, and things are looking really good right now. And I think I'm gonna be able to make some profit here coming up. So look out. But with that, let's get on with the spreadsheet. Okay, get that changes things. Okay, so here you can see the daily get daily goals. Of course, I made everything into a. Oh, what did I do here? Okay, yeah. You can see I sorted out into daily columns for every single day of the week, and I did 5 minute workouts every single day. And these were kind of like prison workouts, like, push ups, sit ups, planks, stuff of that nature. And I've been focusing a lot on ab work, which I've never done in my entire life. So, you know, it's challenging. I'm kind of weak. I got a weak core, and and it shows. But here's an opportunity for me to change that, and it might be just 5 minutes a day, but I'm not giving myself any downtime whatsoever. It's just one after the next, super duper sets, if you will. So that's going good, and I'm going to be pushing it harder every single week, and I'm going to see how far I can go with this. And music production, I've been kind of relaxed about that starting out, but remember the goal is 5 minutes a day, so anything more than that is overachieving, which is what I did. And piano practice, I got a straight blank this week because I don't have my piano. It's been in the warehouse this entire time, and I never bothered to set it up because these desks that in the hotel room, they're too high, and it wouldn't be ergonomically correct for me to play piano from that way. And I know that's an excuse not to play, but hey, I'm gonna have it set up middle of next week when I move into my new apartment. Screen time, I capped it at 600 minutes, and I did install a penalty program too. So anything over 600 minutes gets taken away minute for minute out of my points for the week. You'll see. But everything was going just fine until Saturday, where I decided to watch Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And yeah, it's like an over 2 hour movie, so that did not help matters. And this doesn't even show all of it because I used one of my bonuses to get rid of a couple hours on that day. Again, sneak peek, I'll show you in a bit. Charting, I've been doing 5 minutes a day minimum, but it's always been longer. I've been more interested in it and really finding good opportunities out there, and I'm super, super excited for what what technical analysis, all the things I've learned in the past few years, what they're going to mean for me in the next few years. I think everything is kind of coming together, and I just can't say enough. I'm super excited for the future, with with trading. I think that's going to be something I can do moving forward in my spare time. I think I found a really good balance of kind of like, the time balance of how much time I can commit to trading, looking at charts, and going into trades, because I can enter a trade and hold on to it for like a week or two. That's kind of what I like to do, and that doesn't take too much of a time commitment at all. Really, it's right here what you see on the screen. That's all it takes, and that's all I got to do. So all I have to do is just keep doing this, and I'm gonna start seeing some dollar signs in my future. But with that, it's not about the money exactly. It's I mean, it's a big part of it, no doubt, but it's really, I'm starting to appreciate it for the game of it. Like, it's a challenge, and I'm really starting to get into it to a point where I want to play. I really want to do this. If I didn't require myself to do 5 minutes a day, I still would be looking at things. So let's move on to meditation. Again, 5 minutes minimum. I always did at least 10 minutes every single day of the week. How about that? And I feel great because of it. So that's going really well. I like to meditate, kind of in the evening, not right before I go to bed, because that's cheating. And then lastly, we got reading. Here's where, I kind of got burned out a few days. I just wanted to do 5 minutes. I was really tired because I save it for right before I go to bed. And I've been doing a lot more reading than just this. Technically, for work, it's required me to read a lot of stuff to get caught up to speed in the minerals industry. But I don't count that towards here. I don't count reading I do for work or anything I do for work. Nothing I do for work applies to the spreadsheet. Like, I'm walking around mountains and hiking everywhere all day, every week, and I don't count that as a minute of my 5 minute workout. It's not a dedicated workout out of my own time. So I'm still like doing things in my job to like stay in shape and like doing all these good habits like reading, but they don't count here. And here I installed the new penalty system. This is part of it. This has a count function. It counts all these cells. If I do less than 5 minutes, it'll be a penalty, because I say I'm going to do 5 minutes. If I don't, it's a penalty, and that'll take the number of penalties times 5, for 5 minutes, and subtract that many points. I know it's kind of complicated, but I'm really into this whole system I got going on here, and it's really helping me stay focused and get into being productive all the time. So my weekly rating, remember, this is based on a scale of, I do 5 minutes of each activity a day. It doesn't matter if I only do the bare minimum of 5 minutes, as long as I do it every single day. So here we're missing the piano practice, and we have the screen time going over 600 minutes. So the piano, I kind of have, I kind of told y'all it's been stashed away, but hey, that's part of it. So I'm going to give myself let's go with a 7 to be safe, huh? Because I didn't do a single piano practice. That's not good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these cells, I'm going to cut them, and I'm going to paste their values here. And now we see the magic of my formulas doing their work over here. Here you can see the total productive minutes for the week. All the reading and charting, piano practice, everything together. It was 400 and almost 60 minutes. Penalties, I have to type this in manually each week, so it's 7. And then right here we have my total penalty / bonus. So it could be either or. If it's negative, it means it's going to be a penalty. If it's bonus, it's going to be added points because I did really well that week. But this week I did not, because I went over on my screen time, and that got, that took 120 points off, and then another 35 from the 7 penalties. So we take that over here to the old point shop. And here you can see my total points earned, my total productive minutes, you can call it. And then here's my total bonus and penalties. And then here I spent a few 100 points on my rewards. I said I watched Harry Potter. I used 2 of my hour screen times to erase those from my spreadsheet, so I don't have to, I don't have to count those towards my 10 hours. And I also had a beer with my manager over this week, and you know, still counts as an alcoholic beverage. So, and that leaves me with just a balance of 34 remaining. So I'm not in the negative, which is totally possible, but hey, not bad for week 1, right? And then here's my production level. Last episode, I had this wrong. I had this counting my total productive minutes, not just music production. But 105 minutes into music production, that leaves me at a RuneScape equivalent level of 16. So I'm still very much a noob, but this is a awesome way to keep myself kind of motivated to seeing my progress, because when you have such a big goal like this or something else even, it's really hard to see yourself moving forward. You kind of just like you feel like you hit a plateau, but you're not. You still are making progress, but it's just so small in the whole journey of things where you want to go. When you're going up a mountain, when you're hiking up a mountain and you take 10 steps, looking at a distance, you haven't gone anywhere, but you have made progress. All you have to do is keep doing that and you will get there eventually. Yes. Also, I just let's switch to this screen. God, I forget that it keeps populating a new tab every time I do that. Anyway, I need new hotkeys. So my job, I do like it a lot, and it's something I want to keep doing for the time being. But I also want to work. Obviously, I haven't forgotten about music production or trading or piano. All those things are my side gigs, my hobbies that I'm working on. But my job does require me to commit some time outside of work. So I've been doing a lot of reading. I have to learn like 3 software programs for mapping and what have you. So it's taking a lot of my time here, more than I thought it would. But I'm enjoying it a lot. It was totally worth the pay cut, in my opinion, to come here. And honestly, it doesn't even matter that much because I am paying a fraction of what I did in Denver for rent. So I think I'm doing just as good as I was before, if not better. So yeah, I just have to you know, just got to realize that I am spending a lot of time outside of work, working on work related stuff right now. I'm a newbie in this industry, and I want to show my new employers that they got the right man for the job, and I am committed to them. So what's next? We have getting settled in my apartment. All my Most of my stuff is still in the warehouse, and I don't get power in my apartment until Tuesday, which is 48 hours from now. I already got my whole internet thing set up. It's gonna I'm gonna get that set up here pretty quick, right after the power gets turned on, and hopefully I will be able to get settled and start kicking ass in my new environment. And that's gonna be a huge motivator for me too. I'm gonna have my own place. I gotta keep it up. And last but not least, I just wrote down I want to always push harder. I don't want to get comfortable, and that's what my whole system here is all about. I got a 5-minute requirement for all these 6 productive tasks I got, right? And once I see myself able to string together like maybe a month or maybe, I don't know, 5, 6 weeks of always hitting the 5-minute mark for every single category, that's when I got to make this decision to start upping the game, start upping the minimum requirement. So let's say I get 5 minutes in every single category for 2 months straight. Obviously, it's becoming easy, it's becoming comfortable for me, and that becomes my new standard. It becomes the new system standard. You get me? You read me? So then it's time to move it up to, 10 minutes, and maybe 10 minutes is a bit too big of a jump. I'll go down to 8, but hopefully it doesn't have to be that way. Hopefully I can just incrementally increase everything, and that will be the goal. That's what I'm going to be doing going forward. So far, I see it working very well. If you didn't notice, my charting time especially, I've increased it exponentially just from changing to this new system, instead of just saying, oh, do 5 charts, 7 times a day or 7 times a week. And I'm putting way more time and effort into it now. And yeah, let's see where this all goes. So with that, I bid you all a fantastic week. Take care, And as always, no compromise. Let's go.